Act of fasting is solely and solely for my sake, and there's no reward for it in the worldly existence. No 10 times, no 100 times, no 700 times. But this is only for me, and I will be the one who will compensate for this act, and only on the day of judgment, because there is no other reward which can be given or which can be made equal to this act of fasting. One time a Sahabi came and asked Ya Rasulullah sallam, "Murni bi'amalin yudkhiluni al-jannah." Ya Rasulullah sallam, advise me or order me to do something which will guarantee me Jannah. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Alayka bis-siyam," you should fast. And the person said, "What after that, Ya Rasulullah sallam?" The Prophet ﷺ said, "Alayka bis-siyam," keep doing fasting. And when the Prophet ﷺ was asked even third time, the Prophet ﷺ said, "As-siyamu junnah." Fasting is the shield which protects a person from the hellfire and makes a person to enter Jannah. La idla lahu. There is no comparison, there is no example, there is nothing which will come closer to the act of fasting. And the Prophet ﷺ also said that even with one day of fasting, a person distances himself or herself 70 kharifan min al-jahannam, 70 years away from the hellfire, from the punishment. Imagine, one day of fasting sincerely for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can take a person 70 years away from the hellfire and punishment. Imagine what happens if a person fasts 30 days of the month of Ramadan and then fast with the 6 days of Shawwal. Even if a person is getting 10 times sawab for every day or every act, you multiply 30 with 10, they are 300. And then if a person follows up the month of Ramadan with the 6 days of Shawwal, and you multiply those 6 with 10, that bare minimum a person gets out of these 36 days is 360 days, which is the lunar calendar. The lunar calendar, a lunar year, is 354 days. Even if we say the Gregorian calendar, which is 365 days. So by means of fasting the month of Ramadan and following this month by the 6 days of Shawwal, a person can get the sawab of the whole year of ibadah, as if that person has been in the constant act of fasting throughout the year. So this is what is the source of Man sama Ramadana imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi. And as the Prophet ﷺ said, "Man qama Ramadana imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu ma taqaddama min dhanbi." The person who fasts the day of Ramadan and the person who spent the night of Ramadan in Qiyam, in Salat al-Tarawih, in Tahajjud, that person has got nothing left upon him or her from the mistakes, shortcomings, or the sins. So therefore, my brothers and sisters, look at it from that perspective and make sure that you are in the masjid or wherever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has asked you to be. Look at the time. If that time is for Zuhr, be at Zuhr time. If that time is for Asr, be at Asr time. If that time is for Iftar, be at Iftar time. And wallahi, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be proud of you. He will be talking to the angels, "Oh my angels, look at my servants. They come home tired. It's very difficult for them to wake up in the morning. Nothing will make them wake up in the morning except my love and except my hope. They wake up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and they have to go to their jobs at 7, 8 o'clock. They come back 5, 6 o'clock, tired. They have seen the whole world eating and drinking, but they kept themselves aloof from everybody because they felt my presence. They could have eaten inside the office. Nobody was watching them. They could have drank inside the bathroom even. Nobody could have been watching them. They could have violated this month of Ramadan in any way or form. There is nothing stopping them except my love and except my qurb or my presence. And that's where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brings proud of a Muslim or a believer who is really doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the peak of taqwa. As taqwa is defined by one of the other scholars, that la yadidak haythu nahar wa la yafkidak haythu amara. That the essence of taqwa is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should not find you at a place where He has said not to be. And He should not miss you from a place where He has ordered you to be. La yadidak haythu nahar wa la yafkidak haythu amara. So if you are, mashallah, at the time of suhoor, up and fulfilling the sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, at the time of zuhur, asr and maghrib, doing whatever you can, the salat al-jama'ah, either in your office or in the masjid, and mashallah, at the time of iftar, then coming, rushing to do your tarawih. And during this summer, it's not going to be easy, my brothers and sisters. You know, Salat al-Isha will be starting at 10 o'clock. By the time we will get done with Isha and Salat al-Tarawih, it will be most probably 11:30. By the time you will reach home, might be over midnight. And then you have to wake up at 3 o'clock or 3:30 to wake up for suhoor. What is the time left? So you can imagine, this is a struggle, this is a jihad. And that jihad is what the peak of a Muslim's iman. A Muslim shines, a true believer shines when put under the pressure. And when a Muslim, pressurized by his desires of sleeping, eating, drinking, sexuality, brings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and says, Ma'ad Allah, no, I am not going to do it. I'm not going to touch it because my Mawla has not permitted me. That's where the true thawab comes. And wallahi, my brothers and sisters, many of us are missing that concept of the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in our lives. We don't feel haya from Him when we are alone. We don't feel haya from Him when we are thinking or doing some things which are not appropriate. And there's no exception, we are all human beings. We feel haya from another human being, and in his or her presence, we avoid those kind of jokes or those kind of even utterances or words which are not appropriate. Our eyes are, mashallah, very good and controlled when we are even in the presence of another Muslim. But sometimes these issues are not in our control because what? Because we don't feel that significance of the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One time, Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jilani rahmatullah alayhi, who used to offer a 10 years course to his students, in which he will teach them tafsir, hadith, fiqh, everything, and also tazkiyatun nafs. He gave a test after the end of 10 years coursework to his students and told them that the test I have got for you is not which hadith is authentic or not, what is the sabab al-nuzul of this ayah or not, what is the ruling on this fatwa or this fiqh issue. But I've got a simple question. Take this chicken or take this pigeon and slaughter it at a place where nobody is watching you and bring it back. So everybody went. Some of the students, they went to the mountains, looked around, nobody is there, so they slaughtered. Some of them went far away in the desert and sit behind the, say for example, date palm tree or any of the tree there. All of them came after a long time. And one of them came without slaughtering the pigeon or the chicken. So he asked everybody, where did you slaughter? The person explained, I swear to God, I looked around, north, west, east, west. No, there was nobody watching. Where did you do? I went into the cave and did it. Why didn't you slaughter the pigeon? He said, wherever I went, there was somebody watching. And you said, slaughter it at a place where nobody is watching. But wherever I went, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was with me, so I couldn't slaughter it. He said, after 10 years, this is the only graduate. All of you have to go back to the state of nafs again, and once again go through the purification course. All of us, we believe that we feel that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with us. Wallahi, my brothers and sisters, it takes years. It takes so much of effort to bring that sense that He is with me. He is with you wherever you are. Whether you are alone or with somebody. Whether you are one, He is the second one. You are two, He is the third one. If you are three, He is the fourth one. I need to work on that. You need to work on that. This is the month of Ramadan to bring that sense of the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because of our actions we do. Because we don't eat, we don't drink, we don't have those relationships. But in our thought patterns, in our statements, we don't feel it. That's where Imam al-Ghazali rahmatullah alayhi says that fasting is of three kinds. The fasting of al-awam. The common people, they will abstain from drinking and eating and rest of the other responsibilities. But the people who are khas, these people, they take care of their tongue too, their words, their utterances, their statements. They are also the reflection of the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with them. And the khasim khawas, the people who are muqarrabeen, the closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they do not entertain any disobedience even in their own thoughts, their ideas, their khayal, and their thinking is also pure as their actions are pure. So remember one thing, if we are ammatin nas, we need to work towards inward. From external actions, take that message of the presence of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into your inner self. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given you with khasa, with that special status, then work it towards inside so that you become khasim khawas. So once this self-purification takes place, that will be able to take us throughout the year till we reach the next month of Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with the special blessing of the month of Ramadan, and may He give us the opportunity that we truly bring the lesson of purification, taqwa, and sabr into ourselves, and may He bring us out of the month of Ramadan completely forgiven and completely accepted by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. For the rest of 8 or 9 days, we need to start preparing ourselves spiritually. We need to build that spiritual stamina so that we can endure the pressures of our desires and the pressures of difficulties and the hardships. All of us, we know, if we suddenly accelerate our exercise, and if the exercise acceleration is too rapid, it really damages your muscles, and suddenly you start feeling the fatigue and you do not even do the exercise. So if we are not spiritually and physically ready for the month of Ramadan, then this act of fasting in summer would really have some bad or negative impact upon our physical as well as spiritual existence. So start doing right now. Start reading the Quran. Do some kind of fasting. Also spiritually start getting connected with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Start feeling the haya. I am just 2 weeks from or 8 days from Ramadan. How could I do it? Don't let shaitan come to your desires and play you out through all of those things which you are desiring the most. And then when the month of Ramadan will come, the soil will be ready. The field is plowed. The seeds of maghfirah and istighfar and Quran and fasting, they are scattered. So when the divine rain will come, the divine rain of maghfirah and rahmah, it will mingle with that istighfar and it will give you the true fruits. The fruits which you and me will keep on eating throughout the year. So start doing something. Make some changes in your schedule, in your habits, and start bringing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala into your life before Ramadan. Because if we are not mentally and spiritually ready, believe me, we will not be able to benefit truly from the month of Ramadan.